I'm Lenny, and in this video, I'm going to discuss Season 1, Episode 15 of the Twilight Zone, titled I Shot an Arrow into the Air, which originally aired on television January 15th, 1960. As the episode begins, we are witnessing history take place with the very first manned shuttle about to be launched into space, and this is called the Arrow 1. The launch is successful, but shortly afterwards, the shuttle loses contact with Mission Command. What's the reason for the radio silence? Well, it appears that the Arrow 1 has crash landed into an uncharted asteroid that is barren and deserted. The shuttle is completely destroyed and non-operational, and among the crew, there are 4 dead, 1 severely injured, and 3 members still alive. Shuttle radio is completely damaged, so is all the equipment. There's very little supplies that they are able to rummage, and there's only 5 gallons of water to last them until they are rescued or find rescue. Among the survivors is Colonel Donlin, along with officers Corey and Pearson. And right off the bat, you can tell without a doubt that Corey is going to be an issue. You can tell that he is going to be a problem, because even when the Colonel is logging the information about the crash, the supplies, the remaining members, their whole situation, Corey is freaking out that the Colonel is spending time logging things. We quickly find out that being rescued is not even an option due to the fact that it took 4.5 years to get the Arrow 1 built and to get it ready to launch. They would need another 4.5 years to build another ship, another shuttle. Colonel Donlin sends Corey and Pearson as a team to go and scout ahead, to go see what they can find and survey the land. And about 6 hours later, Corey comes back by himself. When the Colonel asks Corey, "Where is Pearson and why didn't you stay together?" Corey tells him that they decided to split up and go in different directions. One going west, one going east, so to speak, or one going north, one going south. As Corey is telling this story, the Colonel notices that Corey has a lot more water left than when he originally left the camp. How does he have more water if there's no resources of water on the asteroid and there's nowhere else to refill? So, this concerns the Colonel. The Colonel confronts Corey about 2 things. 1, where did he get the extra water from? And 2, where is Pearson? Why did he come back without him? And the Colonel believes that Corey has killed him to take his water. Corey, who obviously can't be trusted, any word out of this guy's mouth is going to be a lie, says that he did not kill Pearson. But he did find Pearson dead, and yes, he did take his water because he didn't think he would be needing it, and he came back to camp as soon as possible. The Colonel grabs a gun and makes Corey lead him back out to where he says he last found the body, or last saw the body of Pearson. Hours into this dangerous trek, the Colonel stops to take a swig of water from his canteen, and while he's doing so, Corey puts his hand on a rock and contemplates charging the Colonel and bashing his head in. Luckily though, the Colonel makes them take off on the trek again, so Corey does not get the chance. Finally, after hours and upon hours of walking in the hot sun, the hot deserted asteroid, they come upon Pearson's body, and the Colonel, as soon as he sees Pearson's body, runs to him, places his gun down on the ground so that he can get closer to him. Pearson is still alive, but just barely. Pearson has a head wound. More than likely, Corey bashed him over the head with a rock. Pearson, using whatever remaining strength that he has left, draws a symbol into the dirt using his fingers and passes away shortly after. The Colonel can't tell what the symbol is, but he figures that maybe this is what Pearson saw when he was scouting up on the mountain, and he goes and begins the trek up there, leaving his gun behind, which Corey grabs. As the Colonel begins making his way up the rocky landscape, Corey, who has the gun and turns it on the Colonel, tells him that the chances of 1 person staying alive is better than the chances of 2 people staying alive and splitting the supplies, and shoots and kills the Colonel. And when he goes to take his water, take his canteen, he sees that he has actually shot through it, putting a hole in it, leaving no water left behind in the canteen whatsoever. He then continues to climb the mountain himself, and he's trekking and walking for hours and hours and uses up all his water when he finally comes to the point that he sees what the symbol was that Pearson drew in the sand. This is where we find out that what Pearson saw was telephone poles. Telephone poles, telephone wires, a road, and there's also road signs. And it appears that the shuttle did not crash in a far distant asteroid. The shuttle actually never left the Earth. The shuttle has crashed in the Nevada desert. Corey has killed 2 innocent men for no reason whatsoever. They never left the Earth. They weren't on a far-off planet. They were in the Nevada desert the whole time. Rating I shot an arrow into the air on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, I give the episode a 5. We have now come to the interactive part of this video. If you think this video is worthy of a thumbs up, please feel free to do so. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see others just like it, all you have to do is hit the YouTube logo down here, and you'll get a notification anytime a new video is uploaded to the channel. As always, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about these things that I'm passionate about. I greatly appreciate that. Please be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you soon.